Hello everybody, welcome to Solar 2 and to my brand new YouTube channel. I'll be playing different games on here, hopefully providing semi-interesting reviews for you all. This is a fun little indie game made by a man named Jay Watts, and just Jay Watts. He did everything by himself. This game is by nobody else but this one man, which I find rather impressive. It's a fun little game where you play a celestial body, basically, of varying forms. When you start out, you're just a little asteroid. You have to, as you can see, collide with these other asteroids to gain mass. And it keeps tally of that up in the top right. Flash it on and off there. You basically, along with the story missions, you just grow. You get bigger and bigger, change into a planet, into a star, different types of stars, etc. It's a fun little game to just play around with and not really do anything. The website describes it as having non-linear missions and open world gameplay. That's just an official way of saying that this game is just really fun to dick around in. And it is. I've played it, not extensively I suppose, for about 9 hours. I've finished all of the story missions, which I found to be, oh look, I'm a planet now. Gotta love how that just suddenly happens. Darn it, I'm playing the game and the gameplay is changing and I'm busy describing something else and this whole thing is just going awry. Alright, but it's a fun game to just play around in. The story missions, I thought, were really interesting in how they're presented, and a lot of them were a fair bit challenging, which I liked, especially considering that there's not a whole lot of them. But I think the real fun in the game is just, like I said earlier, dicking around. Oh no, that one got away. Come back, come back, come back. I want you. I want you. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, no, you can have it. I don't want it anymore. These ones are fine. So yeah, I'm a planet now. Basically, the gameplay changes slightly as you progress. You start out, as you saw, as an asteroid, colliding with other asteroids to become a bigger asteroid. Eventually, you turn into a planet. That's kind of simplifying the process here, but really I'm glad that they didn't go into painstaking detail. I need to turn my phone off for this. So, once you're a planet, you no longer just collide with things to gain mass. I mean, that's not really the best way of doing things any longer. You're a larger planetary body. You have a larger gravity source. Okay, not very scientific terms here. And, well, you get asteroids to orbit around you as such. Well, ideally you don't want to collide with the asteroids anymore. When you do, as a planet, collide with asteroids, you no longer gain mass, you lose mass. I guess, a chunk of you is blown off, and unlike with our planet, you don't gain a moon, you just lose it all to the void of space. Because that's how space works. It just eats things. And to gain mass, since you no longer collide with things, you just absorb the asteroids. That's right, that's how things work out here in space. But yes, you see you're given a little progress bar down there, up, down, relative. We're in space, there's no up and down. You've got a progress bar. No, that's mine. You can't have... Okay, well, I took it anyway. There's a progress bar. Shows you how far you have to go until you change to the next stage in the game. Next stage up from where I'm at, oh, that hit him, is a planet that supports life. Once you are a life-supporting planet, you're given a small little progress bar that advances on its own, that shows you the evolution of your species. That basically just shows how long it's going to be before your planet has spaceships, like you've already seen flying around. And that opens up a couple other different styles of gameplay there, especially when you're doing the missions. There are... Oh, there it is. I have my evolution bar. Once you're actually playing the story missions, there's a lot of fun different things you can do. Some of them involve destroying other things. Some of them involve defending yourself. And many times if you have little ships flying around like those guys, it's a lot easier, because otherwise you usually just kind of have to use yourself as a projectile, and that's not the best. That's not ideal. But yeah, I've got a shield. That little, oh, those two little things sticking out of me are planetary defense cannons. Oh, I just killed one of my own guys. Oh. That's a little missile shooter. He shoots missiles. Come on, let's get all of them, get all of them. Oh, one hit me. Now they're going to start attacking the asteroids. But yeah, your planet, life planet, then you turn to a small star, medium, large star, neutron star, blah, blah, blah. Once you turn into a star, you no longer absorb asteroids, obviously. You begin forming solar systems, and you can absorb planets. But the fun thing is, the planets that you have orbiting around you can get more asteroids just like this. So there's... Oh, come back, come back, come back. You're bigger than the others. Haha. But you can grow all the little planets that are orbiting around you, and eventually, if you're patient enough, you can create multi-star systems. It does take a little bit of work, but it's quite fun flying around with like 4 stars. Let's see here. You can do a respawn, a basic respawn, at any time to any of the basic objects, basically, that you have been in the past. I mean, you can't just start the game and spawn as a black hole. That would be fun, but you can't. It also took me a while, because I was just dicking around and not really playing the game. It took me a while to get the binary star system. There we go. I got my old self orbiting around my new self. And we'll get a couple. There we go. And it'll just absorb it. And crash into this guy. I don't even care. And see, now I'm just playing instead of actually trying to do any sort of commentary on the game. That's the big trap I know I'm going to fall into a lot, is just playing it. Sometimes it's just fun to gravity slingshot things around. Just really screw with gravity. You can turn on, there we go, trajectory lines to show which direction things are heading. And, oh, that thing really jumped, man. once you get into the black hole stage of the game and you're just sucking in everything around you, if you have these trajectory lines on, there's just lines going everywhere. Because as you can see, the faster you're traveling, the farther the line. And, well, when things start traveling into a black hole, I'm sure you can imagine what it looks like. Let's just turn that off. I'm not really sure if you should be playing the game with that on or off. I played with it on for a while. Playing with it off seems like a slightly different challenge. Okay, let's get rid of all those guys. I don't want them. And sabotage this system just a little bit. Boop. But, I mean, I don't even know what else to say. This is just, it's a fun game just to dick around in, waste time, and just do random things. Oh, I lost my other star. Oh, well, let's just keep going then. You can, if you really just want to be a jerk to the neighboring systems, just come by and keep destroying them, exploding, respawning, and destroying them some more. Sometimes I do that just because I'm that bored. Boop, boop. Oh, that was a convenient respawn. You thought you could get away from me. But yeah, that's what I do in this game. Really, that's just what I do. There's a lot more to do in this game than this, but I have already completed all the story missions, as I mentioned earlier. And the ending of the game, while I don't want to spoil anything, I didn't see that coming. I'm just gonna say that. It was quite entertaining. The final mission was very fun, I thought. I mean, it's not something that's, you know, too horribly difficult. It did take a while to complete. It's not something you can just, you know, run and gun. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I do highly recommend this. It's not expensive. I mean, if you're one of those kind of people that really worries about the value they get in the game, it's about $10 for this game normally, and I played it for 9 hours before I had finished every story mission and just goofed off for a good bit of time. It's got a kind of circular play system. I mean, once you finish, so to speak, it just starts right back over at the beginning. The game basically loops, and that's fine. The way they do it, it's really fun. Here I go again, just playing the game when I'm supposed to be making a video. I keep getting distracted by what I'm trying to do, essentially. Oh, let's smash into these guys. I don't like you. Okay, no, we're not playing this game. We're smashing into things and talking to YouTube. That's what we're doing. But yeah, the game's $10 right now on Steam. I believe it is about $3.39, something like that. It's 66% off, if I remember correctly, until the 5th, which I believe is the last day of the Steam winter sale. And it's very, very much worth $3-something. Oh, very much so. It's worth $9.99. I would have paid that $10 had I known how good this game was, how much I would enjoy it before the sale. I'll put a link in the description to the website and to the Steam page for it. I can't recommend this one enough. It's fun. for something so cheap to just be able to pick up at any time, goof around with for, you know, however long you feel like playing, and then just move on to something else. This is perfect. And I broke it. I broke it. You can also just sit down and play through the story missions. You don't have to just sit down and goof off with it. It's a lot of fun. It'll take me quite a while to get to be a neutron star, so I'm thinking I'm just going to stop with this one. I've just kind of floated around the cosmos for long enough. You're probably getting bored right by now. One thing that I really did like before I leave you, one of the first things you see in the game is a quote from Carl Sagan. I'm a big fan of Carl Sagan and the show Cosmos that he did. Big enough fan that it kind of irked me that he got the quote wrong. It wasn't really wrong. It was close enough that really I'm sure it's probably annoying that I bothered to notice the difference at all. The game starts essentially with the Big Bang. Oh, don't break each other, I want you. There we go. As it's happening on screen, you get the quote. The quote says, "In order to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe." Well, it's not in order to, it's if you wish to. Yeah, like I said, it's annoying that I bothered to point out the difference. I thought it was funny though. I emailed the dev, Jay Watts, not the dev, the creator, the genius behind this game that did everything himself. And he said I was the first person to point it out, and that he'd fix it in a patch. I thought that was great. That patch is probably never going to see Steam because it'd need to be a major update before we could push it, and I don't think there's really need for any type of update to this game. It's pretty solid. But that just made me feel kind of good that he actually acknowledged it and said that he would fix it. It's nice when people put in a good bit of care with the games like that. As you can see, I just kind of exploded into a neutron star. I didn't think I'd make it that far in this video. This video probably should have ended a long time ago, but it's still going. Maybe you're still watching. If you're hearing this, you're still watching. What's wrong with you? Go find something else to do. Find something entertaining. No, don't. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, I got another one. It's fine. But yeah, I don't want to go too far. I've already, spilled the beans a little bit and said what you end up playing as. But it doesn't take too long to get very far in the game if you're just playing around like this. You've already seen how long it takes me. Granted, I know the game, but I'm just kind of idly flying around. If you're playing the missions, progression to this stage and beyond takes longer, but it's still fun. It's fun in a different way. You're actually doing things instead of just repetitively trying to absorb things. You can try and, I'm gonna get him. Haha. Oh, no, wait, I was ending this video. Stupid game. It's too distracting. Too good. So, that's Solar 2 in a nutshell. I recommend it if you care about my opinions. And, yeah, that's all. I'm going to try and make more videos. Can't promise they'll come out too frequently because, well, sometimes I get lazy. I'm not going to lie about it. And, oh, got him. Oh, I'm losing friends all over the place. No, okay, this video is over now. This is over. Stop moving. No, we're done. this is it. The universe has come to an end. But, yeah, again, and for the last time, that's Solar 2. Goodbye.